Hi, this is Tom Lucier. I would like to invite you to participate in the postgraduate course in heart failure London. That starts, as you can see on the next slide, in February 2027, has 6 modules and ends with a certificate in heart failure management in October 28. If you want to be part of it, don't miss the application date of August 31st this year. Now, why is it important to have a course in heart failure? Heart failure is really at the crossroads of heart failure and clinical cardiology in general. And you can see here that transplantation, devices, EP, drugs, revascularization, TAVI, SAVR, MitraClip and imaging, they all are part of heart failure management because these patients suffer from mitral regurgitation. They can suffer from aortic stenosis. They may need an ablation because they have atrial fibrillation. They need, of course, pharmacotherapy according to current guidelines. They may even need transplantation. So you are in the center of cardiovascular medicine, and that is why you need in-depth knowledge and skills to handle these patients. So the new heart failure doctor is at the center of this course. When I invented this course many years ago, this is what we had in mind. A new heart failure doctor, not just one with a stethoscope that rounds in a hospital. No, it's not only an astute clinician, it's a knowledgeable in pharmacotherapy. He's able to program pacemakers and ICDs and know how this works. He knows the indications for these devices. He might even implant devices himself. He can handle the mechanical circulatory support, LVADs, and of course masters patients before and after transplantation. And he or she has passed the London Postgraduate Course in Heart Failure because that's the standard today. Now the course venue is of course in London. The classrooms are at the Hallam Conference Centre in the central London, a few minutes from Oxford Circus. We have hands-on workshops on imaging, ward visits at London hospitals, at the Royal Brompton, St Thomas's and Barts. We have hands-on device implantation and programming at the Advanced Technology Centre in Brussels. And of course we have lectures by anybody that's anybody in heart failure management. And here, of course, are the course features listed. We have the lectures in all parts of heart failure by the key opinion leaders worldwide. We have rapid fire sessions, meet the experts and how to do sessions, case-based learning. We have hands-on courses in cardiac imaging, in device implantation and programming, and life-in-a-box cases and procedures such as ablation, implantation of valves and clipping of them as well. And we have of course e-learning on webcast, and we have exams, and all is structured in 6 modules that are focusing on how to approach heart failure, the different forms of heart failure, today more important than ever since we can now treat hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, amyloid heart disease, and of course heart failure at large. We have hands-on imaging for that. We have treatment and follow-up of heart failure in Model 3. Then we have catheter ablation devices in heart failure in Brussels. Then we have multidisciplinary care with valve interventions, revascularization and the like. And in Model 6 we have acute and advanced heart failure up to transplantation, where you also learn how the LVADs work, how to implant them and how they work. And this is the fantastic faculty we have from the UK, from Europe, from the US and other countries that bring you all the expertise that you require to get the in-depth knowledge that this course provides. And then of course there's also fun, because during these 2 years you become a group, you make friends around the world, you chat with them, you are on social media with them, and of course we have usually a get-together at any of the modules where we have a lot of fun as shown here. And then, of course, a bit less fun is the examination, but this is crucial. After each module, we have an examination that you have to pass with a 70% questions that have to be correct. And then you get a certificate in heart failure management to be supported by many institutions and in the future also with the European Society of Cardiology. So with this, and thank you to listen to that. Don't forget the deadline, August 31st this year, and make sure you're part of the London Postgraduate Course in heart failure because it's the best. Thank you.